Hi, this is your Hump Day Honey with the Over the Hump concert. I'm Janet Bergen. Thanks for showing up. Heard that mentions riding boats 5 years ago. She's rolling big and black, should have heard that whistle blow. Train slowed down around the bend, well I believe I'll take a ride. Train man, get me satisfied, here come that train to glory. It's coming right on time, won't you do me a favor? Pick up my friends along the line. I'm laying at the other end, I got my suitcase under my head. Take my friends a message, tell them what I said. Tell them to send some money so I can buy a drink or two. And ask them nicely if they'll come back with you. Here come that train to glory. It's coming right on time. Won't you do me a favor? Pick up my friends along the line. Hey conductor, am I gonna ask you once again? Didn't you leave Ohio with a heavy load of friends? He said, yes ma'am, and we left the station, your friends were on board. West Virginia was all they could afford. Here come that train to glory. It's coming right on time. Won't you do me a favor? Pick up my friends along the line. Hey conductor, am I gonna ask you once again? Didn't you leave Ohio with a heavy load of friends? He said, yes ma'am, and we left the station, your friends were on board. But West Virginia was all they could afford. Here come that train to glory. It's coming right on time. Won't you do me a favor? Pick up my friends along the line. Here come that train to glory. It's coming right on time. Won't you do me a favor? Pick up my friends along the line. Pick up my friends along the line. Thank you so much. That's a Jonathan Edwards song. I've been singing that probably since I was about 12 years old. I think it was my brother's album, and I probably wore it out, and I ended up with it later on in life, so sorry, Dave, I probably just stole it from you. A couple of years ago, I was at a show with Marshall Crenshaw and Jonathan Edwards, and I'm missing the third person. In any event, so I remember I told Jonathan that I had been singing this song in my show for years, and he said, "Oh my gosh, I'd completely forgotten about that song." And so we kind of played it together a little bit, and I don't know if he's added it back into his show or just I reminded him, but it was kind of thrilling to, tell him that I was singing his stuff and then sing a little bit with him. That was kind of fun. This next song is actually on my first album, and if you go to Spotify or iTunes Radio or my website or any place that you can hear some of my music, Randy Brecker plays a trumpet solo at the end of this. That's just knock your socks off. It's like 16 bars of the most perfect trumpet playing you've ever heard in your entire life. And as I recall, it was like a one pass. He listened to it, he kind of doodled around a little bit, and then he like played this thing and walked out. So yeah, pretty great. You're not going to hear that today. I don't have any trumpet players around, although I do have my trombone sitting back there, but it doesn't play itself. So there you have it. This is a Todd Rundgren tune. Her daddy runs sheep and his uncle runs cattle. Nothing can keep them out of this battle they wage, as it burns up the range till no man is left in the saddle. Her head, she's upstream, and they've dammed up the water. thirsty cow scream for his uncle to slaughter the sheep, or daddy's asleep and he'd do the same for his daughter. If he had his own way, they would be together back in Pittsburgh. It's the only town east of the river he knows, and he feels kind of bad bringing this grief upon him for their father's house, but they ain't got nowhere else to go. 3 years on this range since they started the range war. Nothing has changed, except maybe change for the worse. If he married her first, there might not have been any range war. She wouldn't be lost to the range war. If he had his own way, they would be together back in Pittsburgh. It's the only town east of the river he knows, and he feels kind of bad bringing this grief upon him for their father's house, but they ain't got nowhere else to go. 3 years on this range since they started the range war. Nothing has changed, except maybe change for the worse. If he married her first, there might not have been any range war. She wouldn't be lost to the range war. I wouldn't be lost to the range war. Range war. Thank you so much. Oh my goodness. So this next song is also on my first album. And it was written by my friend Michelle and I. Michelle came over to my apartment. I had one of those, East Village apartments where there was a perpetual coffee pot on, so everybody just kind of left the door open, and every musician, I was playing with or that I knew or needed coffee or couldn't afford whatever, couldn't afford cigarettes, would just kind of show up in my house. So Michelle is a brilliant actress, but she came in and she had this napkin with some words on it, and she's like, "Here, make this a song." And I kind of looked at her like, what, I'm supposed to just add water and poof, there's a song. So I asked her what, did she have an idea of what she wanted it to sound like? Does she have a rhythm? Is it fast, slow, whatever? And it was in the next moments that I realized that my dear friend Michelle, who is a brilliant actress, couldn't carry a tune in a bucket. So I sent her in the other room and with some coffee, and I sat down and I took what she had and then I added to it, and voila, here's the song. I've been hearing how you're doing, seems like all the time. I've been hearing lots of rumors about how you're sharing time. Well, ask me how I'm doing. I've been doing fine. Since you left me hanging, I've been hanging mighty fine. I've been hanging around with beauties, the Sam Elliott kind, the ones you always hated when they would walk on by. Well, I've been taking places, now I've been wined and dined. Since you left me hanging, I've been hanging mighty fine. That string around my finger ain't a noose no more, 'cause I've been doing fine since you walked out that door. Ask me how I'm doing. I've been doing fine. Now since you left me hanging, I've been hanging mighty fine. Did think I'd fall to pieces, be lonely all the time. You say you want to come back home while I say never mind. 'Cause since you left me all alone, I've been having quite the time. Since you left me hanging, I've been hanging mighty fine. That string around my finger ain't a noose no more. 'Cause I've been doing fine since you walked out that door. Ask me how I'm doing. I've been doing fine. Now since you left me hanging, I've been hanging mighty fine. Well, since you left me hanging, I've been hanging mighty fine. Now since you left me hanging, I've been hanging mighty fine. Thank you so much. Michelle was actually at a dinner party in Los Angeles, and she was seated next to Sam Elliott's mother. So she got to tell Sam Elliott's mother that we had written this song, and Sam Elliott was in it. And I don't know if she gave her a copy of the CD or not, but in any event. So we think that probably Sam Elliott's mother told Sam Elliott that he was in the song. 17,000 steps of separation, I think. I'm going to do one more, but I need to put a capo on and tune for just a second. So if I was at a show in New York, I would say talk amongst yourselves. I would ask you to turn to the people to your left and to your right, and if you don't know them, introduce yourselves and have a little conversation. A little more difficult to do on Zoom. I might also tell a joke. One of my favorite jokes to tell when I'm tuning is, what did the snail say when it rode on the turtle's back? Whee! Yeah. I only tell jokes from the stage that I could tell in front of a kindergarten class. It's kind of about my speed. Anyway, this song is on my most recent album, and I'm going to close today's Over the Hump concert with it. Thanks so much for coming. I will post this on my Facebook, both my Facebook pages, as soon as this is over, and I can get everything downloaded. So once again, your honorary Hump Day honey, Janet Bergen, says thank you so much for coming, and I hope that this has helped you get over the hump of your week. There's a bird on a branch trying to hold on in the midst of a wind that's blowing strong. This bird fights to keep her footing as she's blown in all directions all at once, refusing to be thrown. Happily she rides that tree, unruffled and unharmed. She seems to know she's wild and free. Her life is truly charmed. I am that bird when it comes to you. I wrap my heart around your love and promise to be true. Throughout whatever comes along, the problems that will start, those trials and tribulations that will try to tear us apart. Happily I ride that tree, unruffled and unharmed. I seem to know I'm wild and free. My life is truly charmed. Happily, I ride that tree, unruffled and unharmed. I seem to know I'm wild and free. My life is truly charmed. My life is truly charmed. My life is truly charmed. And it is. So thanks so much for coming, and I will see you next week at the Over the Hump concert with your honorary Hump Day honey, Janet Bergen. See you then. Have a good week.